What is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Shiv, and today we're going to be talking about World of Warplanes. Yes, that's right, World of Warplanes. Yes, I know some of you might be going, Shiv, I tried that like a couple years ago, man. It was so horrible. Yes, it was. It was absolutely fucking trash tier. But Wargaming, took a couple cues from a competitor and made the game a hell of a lot better. I'm not going to say who the competitor is because we already know who it is. And I'm not going to say that they copied them because they really didn't. One's more historical, this one's a little bit more arcadey, but it is what it is. Alright, so the concept of the game is much like every other wargaming title. Go forth and kill, capture points, win the game, get glory, and still not get the babe. I know that's kind of wrong, but it is what it is. So basically, it's like every other game that they've come out with, like World of Warships, World of Tanks, alright? You work with your team and you get shit done. Now, tech tree-wise, they've got planes from the USA, USSR, Germany, Japan, the UK, China, France. Though, to be honest, China and France, like, literally only have 2 planes each. Yeah. And the UK is missing a ton of planes. Japan's missing quite a few planes. Germany is missing a couple planes. USSR is not missing a goddamn thing other than the TU series. And USA is missing pretty much all of their bomber series. And a couple other ones too, I might add. Which, interestingly enough, one of the planes they are missing, and I found this hilariously funny when I saw this. Hold on. Where is it? Ah, here you go. So this plane right here, the Focke-Wulf 189C EULE, this was actually, this type of design was actually used by the Americans, combining 2 P-51s together. But they didn't have a central thing like they have here, but yeah, they have a central thing here, so that's kind of interesting. But when I saw this, I was like, what the hell? So yeah, there are some planes in here and some planes that aren't in here. Now, there are a lot of paper planes that didn't actually exist. All right, you're going to expect this. It's wargaming. But, you can kind of get past that. All right, so let's take a look at some playthrough footage because, I could sit here and talk about it, but unless you're actually seeing it, I think, you're really not going to get the point. All right, be right back. All right, here we go. We decided we were going to push the airfield because we could pretty much solo the airfield most of the time. We did bring a couple people with us, apparently. And the garrison already has like 4 or 5 people going towards it. And in all honesty, that's more than enough to take it. So I'm okay with that. We got the 8th Bombardier for destroying a bunch of stuff. That's a cumulative reward. Basically, I've been doing a lot of ground attacks. Thus, you can get this down. That's cool. Alright. So we're trying to guide in on this guy, put our guns on him and take him out. And boom, we got him. And the rest of my little squad over here also got another one. Plus the destruction of the AA. Pretty much guaranteed we were going to take this airfield. It's really not hard to capture zones, but people seem to fuck this up repeatedly, as our northern group apparently is doing right now. Now, we're heading over to the middle here, and we are going to be outnumbered tremendously. But fuck it. We don't care. We are diving headlong into it. We're going to line up to drop some bombs directly on this little AA area there. And I'm looking for a target. I'm looking, and there we go. Now, I doubt I'm going to be able to take him out. He is now diving. That plane, dual engine plus dive, means he can get out of my range pretty fucking quickly. And boom. We're still looking for targets. We found this guy right here. And he's just flying straight and level. This is a big mistake. And now I'm under fire. I'm turning in on it. Boom. So, able to basically ram him to death. But I hurt myself enough to where this little guy right here was able to take us out. Dirty bastard. This guy will be my bane throughout this entire game. I'm not even gonna lie. He will kill me repeatedly. But we get vengeance on him. I kid you not. Now, because we took the airfield, we're able to spawn right here. And it's looking like they're trying to push to take the airfield as well. So let's get in here. Alright, so I know there's no way in hell I'm going to get a good angle on that attack plane, and I would expose myself to this fighter right here. So we're instead going to chase the fighter, which is a much easier kill than an attack plane. And then we can focus on the attack plane. Now we've put a lot of damage on him. Can we finish it up? Yes, we can. Oh, look. We're coming up on some more guys that are coming in here. Alright, so the attack plane, not a very good play. Here comes this guy right here. We're going to just open up all of our guns. And, oh yeah, he took a lot of damage there. Boom. And again, more points. And now we're coming down. We're diving in on this guy. Oh, look, it's the guy who just took us out. Now, we have the tactical advantage of height in our closing. And we just wipe him out. And, hey, look at that. We got the Avenger little notification there. And we have gone up to the next grade. What that basically means is you're doing really good. The higher the grade, the better you are. And it looks like this attack plane or heavy fighter just rammed right through one of his own fighters. No fucks given mode, right guys? Alright. So we successfully have defended this airfield quite a bit. Quite a bit, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm feeling a little cocky. I'm like, alright, let's go. We can take this center point. We've wiped out all their crap. Oh, we got these little air defense fighters. And we got people at a good height to be able to deal with that. I'm coming in. I got my bombs ready. Let's go. Truth be told, this angle of approach for taking out these AAs is horrible. Horrible. But again, I'm not really thinking about this. Alright, so I get a little bit there. I'm going to come over on this side. Pop, pop. Try to drag. And we got some ground damage, but not nearly enough. We did take out the AA. And now I'm doing something that's very, very foolish, and that's a climbing fight. As you can see, we're losing our speed quite a lot. This is going to put us into a stall. Stalls are horrible. It's basically like standing still in the middle of the air. Never a good position to be in. And as you can see, we are now under heavy fire. And I should really be doing a lot of turning and janking and using flaps and things of that nature. But nope. At this point, I'm realizing, wow, they still have not taken that northern section. I need to go over there and do this, or it's never going to get done. Oh, look. It's Frog, Cat, Dog. Bastard. Alright, so we're going to change our spawn to our starting spawn. Just because our team seems to be unable to do what needs to be done. I don't get it, but fine. I really don't understand how people don't get this. But again, it's a new game. People are trying out. They may not be used to it. They may come from War Thunder, where things are a little bit more simpler. You literally just got to fight in the zone and drive everybody out. That's it. Here, you actually have to like kill specific things. Alright, so we're heading to the zone, and we're already seeing defense fighters there. We've got a couple enemy fighters that we're going to have to deal with. That's fine. Alright. So the squall line is coming up here in about 40 seconds. Alright.
Do you copy? Over.
So we start leading our target, applying this damage from the 303 caliber rounds. It's not too bad, not too bad. Alright, we're setting up for a bomb run. Bombs away! A nice little chunk there. And putting in more damage on this self-defense or air defense fighter. And with that, boom. We should almost be ready to capture the point. I think maybe one more kill. There we go. Finally, the northern garrison has been captured. Unfortunately, our southern airfield is now falling because I'm no longer there to defend that. As you can see, the score disparity between me and the rest of the team is quite extreme. Very extreme. Alright, so at this point I'm going, alright, we need to get another airfield. That's going to take me too long to go and try to recap the other one, but I got this one right in front of me, and I'm going to do something I don't recommend, and that's try to solo cap. This is really, really horrible idea, especially when you're in the middle of a squall. You get no redos on this, ladies and gentlemen, so you better do it or screw it. Alright, so we're looking for that AA tower. We found it right there. And what we're going to do is we're going to basically try to suppress it a bit. Boom, 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 boom. Hopefully we get them all, maybe. Alright. And we're under some heavy attack here. And we actually did get it. From looks of it, yeah, we did get it. Alright, so applying damage onto these. Gonna take him out, boom. And now we're just looking for the right angle here, and this guy almost was perfect. But instead we're going to go onto this guy. We have a much better chance of taking him out. Boom. Now we just need one more kill and we will take it. But we've got these air defense fighters on our tail, and I'm doing something really dumb here. I'm not, you know, kind of janking, but look at that. We solo capped it and we went up to the next grade. We're actually at grade 4. What the hell? We solo capped. Sometimes miracles can happen. Alright, and we actually take back the other point, but it's too late. We lost. That's horrible. Alright, so we got this nice little air bomber, bombardier, or ace bombardier. This is kind of a multi-mission type deal. Just in recognition of what you've done since you've been playing. And, you know, we were first in our air group. Big shocker. Alright, so let's go look at some of the end game stats. It's always really important to look at how well you did. It kind of gives you a measure of where you need to improve, where your focus was at, and where you should be really focusing on future developments. Alright, so here we go. We did really good. We ended up capturing 3 sectors, so that wasn't a problem. We destroyed 11 aircraft targets. We spent most of the time in the game. Yeah, we really put a lot of hurting on the enemy. We did 5,000 damage to ground targets. That's pretty extreme. And yeah, that's pretty much it there. Mastery points is basically how you determine what your XP is going to be. I don't know the formula on it, but it's kind of interesting. But anyway, so that's the playthrough. So let's go back and talk about a little bit more in the game. Alright, and that was the game, ladies and gentlemen. It was a pretty good game. We ended up losing. Some people don't understand how you're supposed to actually capture points, and, you know, that's going to happen, but it is what it is. Okay, so that's going to be about all for the video, but a couple little points I want to talk to you about here first. Alright, so you got these things called, like the combat reconnaissance. These are kind of like campaigns in World of Warships, right? So, yeah, you complete these, and you get a certain amount of gold. Woohoo! Gold can be used to buy planes and other cool stuff, but the amount of gold you need to buy a plane is pretty fucking high. Boo. Yeah, it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Now, other little things you have here, there's this mission list that doesn't really have anything, and if you hit to the shop, it just brings you right back here to tokens, which, again, there's nothing here to buy, so kind of wonky. I kind of feel like it's a placeholder. But you get these daily missions. Now, these are both really cool and horribly executed. Okay, so your daily missions cover every single tier. So 1 through 4, 5 through 7, and 8 through 10. Now, the idea is you're supposed to be able to, you know, play at any of them. But if you really want to complete them in order to get those tokens, which are actually important, then you kind of need to have stuff in, you know, need to have a 1, a 5, and an 8 at minimum in order to complete this. It kind of sucks. It really does, but it's not nearly as bad as you'd think. So yeah, it is kind of annoying. I would have done it differently, but it's not my game. All in all, the game is actually really fun. It's free to play, so, I mean, why not check it out? You don't have to spend any money. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. Now, a couple tips I'm going to give you. 1, always lead your target. If you're any kind of plane that shoots forward, always lead it. Unless it's ground target, because they ain't moving, then you just aim right the fuck at the target you're trying to hit. Number 2, always try to attack a target from above. Okay, the reason for this is It's a lot easier for you to close that distance while coming from above because you're diving in on it. And if they turn to left or right, you'll be able to see that a hell of a lot easier and to counter them, to intercept them a lot better. Not to mention the fact that it gives you the best, most surface area for your guns to possibly hit on. Number 3 or whatever we're at. You should always go to services. And there's this nice little thing here called ammunition belts. Now, as you can see here, we're at standard. Well, the best ammunition belt you can get is right here, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Universal. Now, the reason why Universal is so good is because it is the best of both worlds. And quite effective, I might add. As you can see here, you got a 4 pip for chance of fire and 2 pip for critical damage. You look at everybody else, they're nowhere near as much. High explosive has a huge amount to possibly get crit damage, and armor piercing is basically, you know, crap and crap on both of them. So Universal is considered to be probably the best. Standard is absolute garbage. So yeah. But unfortunately, all the other ones cost you gold, so Universal does not. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. So you will definitely want to load that in. Don't just stick with regular standard. It's absolutely horrible. And the last bit of advice I could give you is know your role, okay? Fighters, your job is basically to intercept other fighters, and once that's been taken care of, you assist on everything else, all right? Multi-role, you are basically a fighter who could drop bombs and or shoot missiles. So yeah, you will attack ground targets, but the primary thing that you're going to be focusing on is killing shit in the air. Doesn't matter what it is. You will technically have a little bit more health than your fighter cousins. Attack planes, your job is solely on the ground. If you're trying to fucking dogfight in an attack plane, you're doing it wrong. This isn't 100% a guarantee. I'm going to tell you right now, there are some advantageous attack planes that can get away with that shit, but for the most part, no. Heavy fighters, your job is to kill everything. Depending on what you are, you can pretty much attack ground targets, you can attack air targets, you can attack bombers and all sorts of shit. You're probably one of the most broken planes in this game. You shouldn't be nearly as effective as you are, but you really are, truthfully. And the last thing I said that was the last one, but there is one other one. Don't be afraid to ram, and don't ram straight on. You'll never win that, but try to basically clip through the wings. Those you will win. Ramming will hurt you, but if it makes the difference between a guy capturing a point and him not capturing the point, then maybe it's not too bad. Alright? And you get a reward for it, so why not? Anyway, guys, that's going to be all for this video. I hope you really like it. Check out the game. It's a lot of fun. Till next time, stay safe, have fun. May energies bless you. I'm out of here.